All right, here we are back with the biggest cover-up in Twitch history by Tectone.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back at it again for one of these videos.
Gonna slam that like button off the back, show Tectone some love. Well, he's still on his hiatus. Hopefully he comes back soon, because we all miss him dearly. And we'll get right into it. Subscribe if you're not already. Helps the channel out at this point in the early history. Maybe if you can take a screenshot of your subscription while I'm under 1,000. Maybe when we hit 1 million, I'll reward my first 1,000 of you. We'll see if we can figure out some way to do that. Anyway, let's get into it.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit bored, and you see me on Twitter. I'm pretty damn invested in this. I'm not gonna lie. I have never been as invested in what is happening right now on social media, on Twitter, on Twitch. I mean, fuck, it's even on YouTube. This might just be one of the biggest cover-ups of all time in Twitch history.
If he's talking about what I think he is.
In real time.
It is nuts.
And the worst thing is, while it's happening on camera with our eyes that we can see, they're telling us what you're seeing with your eyes isn't real. And in case you don't know what has happened, just to give you go watch probably one of my previous videos. This video isn't about Hasan Piker. This video is about how people bend the knee to this man.
Yeah, that it is about exactly what I expected it to be. It's more on the Hasan shocking his dog. I cannot believe we are over a week past when he initially shocked his dog, and we are still having to go about this. People telling us, your eyes are lying. You didn't see a shock collar. And no, we saw a shock collar on her neck. At least we're 99% sure it was, by her reaction, by your ability to lie about it, by all the other evidence that has come out about it, everything that every single person has said, and some of them are very easily provable to be false, and then Hasan's actions every single day after, leading up from the incident, that is like, you're proving yourself more and more and more wrong. And in fact, I am going to be excited for the day that the government's back open, Dan Clancy goes before Congress, and it winds up having to serve Hasan Piker with a permanent ban from Twitch.
And all of those involved. And it's been about 7 to 8 days so far. Now, this started off as a simple, Hasan has abused his dog on stream.
Yep.
Let's get him to apologize and get him to correct his way.
He won't do that.
Use an e-collar properly, because there is a proper way to use one. He was not using it properly, and let's move forward.
Yeah. Hasan, even if he was using it properly, he also said, she's a very well-trained dog. She never misbehaves. So at that point, why is she still even wearing the thing that's supposed to be for behavior modification? If she's already super well behaved and she doesn't cause problems ever, why is she wearing the thing to modify her behavior? Are you trying to make her into a dog that causes problems and doesn't listen? Because that would be what I would trace from that statement.
But that didn't happen.
She's well behaved, but she's got a behavioral trainer on her, so we're going to modify that and train her behavior differently.
Telling us it wasn't an e-collar,
no,
and
it was an e-shock collar.
And then all of a sudden, the button he pressed was for a gate code, and then...
And yeah, there are also people trying to defend him by taking that clip of her yelping and cutting the audio differently than the video to make it look like she did clip her paw on something. But when you look at the raw stream footage, her paw was like... Let me use my desk here. Here's her one paw, and then here was her other, completely free of the air, not even on anything. And it's like, what? Did this paw that was already up here 100% stationary get caught on something when it wasn't moving? Because her back feet weren't moving. They were in basically a stationary spot. This was the only paw that wasn't on the mat yet. It's like, come on. We all have eyes. We all saw what we did. And what we saw was Hassan shocking his dog.
He wasn't grabbing a remote, he was grabbing a Zyn, and then there is no e-collar, and then there is an e-collar, and then there's a collar that only vibrates, and it just got more and more convoluted, and then you would think that the lies would stop.
I would believe I was grabbing a Zyn if he actually had put one in his mouth. Not reach over. What are you doing? You big baby. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
With Hassan.
At all.
But then streamer after streamer after streamer after streamer comes out.
All those streamers that were defending him, who came out to defend him, all conveniently also live out in LA near him. Take that one into a thought, too.
In defense of this man. Now, first of all, there's Valkyrae, and obviously that's Hassan's girlfriend, so I don't blame her for trying to...
You know, with how much she glazes him and hangs out with him, I would believe they were dating if someone told me.
Protect her boyfriend, but at the same time, it's like, we're gonna do this shit so blatantly, and then Valkyrae defends her boyfriend, and then Asmongold goes to help Valkyrae traverse the issue, and
yeah, Valkyrae asks Asmund for advice and help. He gives her good advice, which is basically, don't comment on the situation. Stay out of it. Which was great advice. You don't want to be involved in a controversy like this other than saying, yeah, I saw the clip and it looks pretty bad, but I don't want to comment on that, okay? And then, you know, you maybe put some restrictions in your chat for the day and it clears up to where you're not being bombarded with the same, have you seen the Hassan thing? Have you seen the Hassan thing? Have you seen the Hassan clip all day long while you're streaming? It's like, that would get annoying, 100%. And that's either you take the day off or you put some restrictions. It's real simple.
And then she throws Asmongold under the bus, and then
yep,
she
did
says
that.
She apologizes for talking to Asmongold and says she wasn't aware of his political views, but then there's a clip before she apologized saying that she was aware of his political views.
Yep, she 100% just lied to bullshit her audience.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like everybody on this fucking platform is lying. And at a certain point in my career, I've been doing streaming for 7 years. I've dealt with previous community filled with liars, and at a certain point, you always think that you know who the bad guys are. But even now that I'm talking about this, I feel like I'm going crazy.
Yep.
Like, holy shit! Like, you have Valkyrae saying that, oh, I know Hassan, and he treats his dog so well, and just the best, most spoiled baby, big baby. And then it's like...
The same argument as the other one. Like, oh yeah, I've never seen him abuse his dog. I've never seen Hassan hit his wife. Every time he's with his dog, he treats her well. Every time he's with his wife, she treats her well. His dog loves it when I'm over. His wife loves it when I'm over. Like, yeah, they like it when you're over because they're not being abused while you're there. They associate you being there with a good time because you don't abuse them like their owner.
Hassan called his dog
owner.
spoiled because it wanted to get a drink of water and walk around.
No, he called his dog spoiled because his mom let her walk the house while he was out in a different fucking country. Let it wander the house. A little bit, one would say, wander the house freely. Like what? Is it the fact that Kaya is a female dog that he wants to restrict her movement? Does Hassan like to restrict women? Probably. It's just a part of him. Or what? Is part of the Hassan's retardation caused by the inbreeding, or what? Because there's something here. There was something in the water. Maybe his mom took too much Tylenol while pregnant.
House. Then you see a video of Hassan raising his dog with another dog that's irritated and putting them in a confined space.
Yeah, that's a horrid clip.
To where he's encouraging the other dog to attack his dog and laughing at it like he's like the Penguin from Batman.
Yeah, the dude literally tried to have an IRL Pokemon battle in his stream room. Like, excuse me? What? No! Not at all. Not at all. 1 second. Mm-hmm. Doop, boop, doop. Okay, continue.
And then they're telling you, no, your eyes, they just don't work. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
And then it goes even deeper. Then there's the collar, and Hassan won't show it the first day. And, 24 hours later, he removes it, said this collar only has the capacity to vibrate. And so for some reason, people believe that lie. And then obviously the Reddit detective.
I didn't believe it for a minute. Instead, I paused it when he showed it and looked real close, said that looks like there's something over it, but I can't tell at the moment. For now, I'll put it on plausible that he shocked his dog, and that if he had left it at that, it would have just been a potentially. But then there was more internet sleuths who came around and brightened up the contrast of the image and went, oh yeah, that's a piece of tape right there. Right over where there's probably some prongs. And oh look, there's the charging port on the collar in the spot where the shock collar puts the charging port. Not off to the side where the vibrate only collars, every model we've looked at, puts it. Real interesting, Hassan.
Detectives debunked that in 30 minutes. They showed this was the collar that had the electrical prongs, but it was removed, and then they enhanced the fucking scaling, and we find the black tape, and then we understand that Hassan took off the prongs and taped it over, and then streamers like Carolyn Kwan came out and played defense for him, saying, oh no, the collar had no electrical capacity. But then you have QT Cinderella, who slipped up and said it was an electrical collar.
Yep, she admitted it, and the prongs were removed and taped over. Which means he probably immediately after stream that day, immediately got to work on figuring out a way to bury the story and hide behind a false narrative.
And then FaZe calls QT because QT's upset about, I mean, holy fuck, am I like reaching levels of unemployedness to care about this, or like?
No. We are at just the right levels of caring about this because we need to make a stir so that people don't just immediately put it past him, forget, and let Hassan get away with it again.
You have FaZe, who then goes to call QT and apologized because QT accidentally told the truth and exposed Hassan for misproperly and abusing a fucking dog. And then FaZe Clan says, we stand with you, QT. But QT standing on the side of trying to cover up an animal getting abused. Like,
yeah, even the guys in the room when they were talking to her and getting her a thing, even they were like, but yeah, what about the clip? And what about this? They were grilling her hard, and they really made her slip up and say that it was a shock collar. And that right there is the biggest piece of evidence that we have that Hassan lied. He lied about it.
Can we just treat dogs right? I mean, holy fuck. Like, listen, I get it. We all have bad moments with our pets. I mean, I've even yelled at a cat before when I was playing Elden Ring, and I feel bad about that shit every day.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit I've occasionally aggressively said things to my cats or grabbed them in a little bit of an aggressive manner. Not anything deliberately mean and trying to be shaken baby syndrome abusive or anything. But like, you'll grab them and you'll be like, what do you want? Well, your hands are like you're trying to keep yourself from shaking too much, and you're just like, why are you bothering me so much? Because sometimes you can give them all the attention in the world. You can be playing with them for 15, 20, 30, 40, an hour, 2 hours, and then all of a sudden you stop. You go do something else because you think they got bored because they lied down, flopped over lazily, and you're like, okay, good. You're finally tired out. And then all of a sudden they bug you because they're like, we stop. Oh, I want more. Dogs do it too.
Like, to see people
occasionally
keeping their dog is
animals push your buttons a little.
Fucking stream so they can seem more relatable. Keeping a
but that doesn't mean you shock the shit out of them.
Shock collar on them for 8 hours a day, zapping them whenever they want to move, putting them in more or less dog fights and seeing clip after clip of the collar being shown, after the remote being shown. We can see the electrical collar. We see the cover up. We see him trying to hide it. We see him fucking use it. And now there's like 14 different streamers all covering for Hasan. These people care more about securing their clout in the industry than they do about helping a helpless fucking dog.
And I love how even Cutie's in denial of her own eyes and the truth she had. Because she's like, if Hasan shocked his dog, I'll fucking kill him and burn his house down. And I'll shock him back. And it's like, good, go do that. Because he shocked his dog. You even admitted, oh yeah, it was a shock collar, but it didn't have the prongs. Like, he could have removed the prongs, honey. He definitely removed them after that clip. She even said the clip looks really bad.
People, I don't really think we're asking for too much.
Nope.
And sorry, I get very intense about how much I love animals. I'm a guy where I have 3 cats and I have a dog. At a point, I've had 7 cats. I used to live...
I got 4 cats of my own, but I live in a house with roommates and we have a total of 11 cats. They're all fun. Sometimes it gets a little much. Sometimes you can attempt to play with one of them and then you'll have like 4 or 5 or 6 on you all at once and you're like, who's stealing all the toys?
with my brother who had 3 dogs. And the thing about animals' lives
Animals are fun.
They don't live as long as us. Their whole lives are just a chapter in ours, but it's their whole book. And knowing that there's an animal where they're just living a sad, unfulfilled life, doing nothing but trying to make Hasan seem more human, when we all know, let's just be real, if he were to pull off a skin suit and him be a lizard underneath, nobody here would really be surprised. And the worst thing is, let's just say it's not about the dog. This is a guy who's called for the death of a senator. This is a guy who's encouraged his audience to go out and kill people.
This is a guy who's called false allegations on Tectone on a daily.
This is a guy who showed off what appeared to be a gun, threatened a viewer's life live, and then doxed him. This is a guy who supports terrorist attacks. This is a fucking guy who's blatantly slandered so many content creators with career-ending false allegations, and Twitch protects him.
Twitch likes him, because Dan Clancy has a special Hasan Piker goon rag.
And everyone protects him. And
I mean, it should be blatantly clear Twitch has a big favorite sitting right there on the platform when you've got them, the video of them and the whole staff with Dan singing happy birthday to him a couple years back. Like, he has been their favorite here, their little Twitch cash cow that they shove out in front of everyone every year. And the fact that he's like, yeah, TwitchCon's not safe and I don't want to go to it this year. I'm pulling out and it's the first time I've ever pulled out. It's like, yeah, you created an audience that's hostile to everybody and then all of a sudden you're surprised when people are hostile back at you.
Today is the day where obviously you guys have all known that I've been advocating for how fucked up the streaming space is. But to the levels of corruption that are currently on display is truly sickening. And then they tell you like people like me are delusional. They tell you people like Asmongold are delusional. They tell you people like XQC and Trainwrecks are delusional. And the worst thing is...
Like, I'll say, this whole situation got XQC speaking in complete sentences, and you know that it's serious when that happens.
All of the people protecting Hasan right now, and Hasan himself, are considered the good guys, while we sit here and we're deemed the brand risk.
Yeah, you're the brand risk because you don't abuse animals. Let's tell the brand partners of Twitch that all of a sudden. Let's start finding everyone who's still a brand that's sponsored with Twitch and send them the clip of Hasan abusing his dog and then the subsequent clips of Hasan lying about abusing his dog.
Bad guys, the Nazis. What the fuck? And the worst thing is, It's working. People are moving on.
And, Hassan is one out there to call people a Nazi when he tries to claim he's a socialist when the Nazis literally were socialist. Like, look up the definition of Nazi. It's National Socialist Party of Germany. They were socialists. Nazi is not a right-wing ideology. It is very, very left-wing.
People have lost steam. I have blocked over 2,500 accounts on Twitter, and yet even
I don't block anybody. If you block people, that means they've won. The only reason to block someone is if they're actually harming you in some way, or attempting to harm you, harass you, etc. Now, at his level, maybe there's a few more accounts like that can do it, so maybe some of it's valid. But yeah, when people block me, I take that as I won, they had nothing left that they could fight me with.
even still, I see people spamming, move on, move on, move on. Delusional, bros obsessed, you're wrong, Hassan debunked it, and it's like, no, that never happened. We bring them proof after proof after proof. They deny it. And they slander all of these other folk with completely baseless accusations that are, one, greatly exaggerated, or two, never happened. And everyone believes them. Guys, the world is fucked. What started off as a simple Hassan issues an apology and swears to treat his dog better in the future.
Look, just laughing at Tech's latest tweet here at the moment. It's been over a year. Bro either died or is still a massive pussy. Not tweeting until I bench 315. Later friends might take a while. And then if you go to the account, that's the last thing tweeted. There's been nothing. So yeah, either he's dead or he is still a massive pussy. Let's see what he happens after.
Future, and maybe not use his dog as a prop, has now turned into one of the biggest coordinated cover-ups in Twitch history. Hassan's like a fucking mafia boss. He's like the fucking boogeyman to these people. Has anybody heard from Ludwig? Is he dead? Has Hassan shocked him enough to where he can breathe now?
I mean, between Ludwig and Ray, they're competing for that collar harder than they've competed for anything else.
I can't believe that this will soon blow over if it hasn't already blown over. And nothing will happen again because they are telling you.
That's why we must not let it be blown over and pushed out so easily. We keep fighting. We keep making it known. Make this the biggest known controversy in internet history that Hassan Piker shocked his dog live on Twitch and is a repeated animal abuser, and Twitch defends him and will not ban him. Thus, they are supporting it. You must push back. You must not let up. You must not stop.
That your eyes are lying to you. And they want to move on so bad. And the worst thing is, people will. Scary as fuck times right now, guys. Scary as fuck times.
Yeah. Definitely is pretty wild out there. It's a good thing we have the president that we do have with Donald Trump in office, because I have no idea where the world would be if Kamala Harris was in office. How many more wars would be raging? How many more bombs that the U.S. would have just allowed Israel to drop on Gaza. It's like, was I for the conflict ever? No. Did I want it to end very quickly? Of course. I want all global conflicts to end. Ideally, in a perfect world, we live in global peace, and no country needs to build a military. All the budget for the military can go somewhere else. But that can't happen until the day we can all sit and all be happy together. Anyway, I will start rambling on topics unrelated, so I'm going to end this here. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.